Top Billin by popular demand. I'm finally getting to this Isaiah Oliver content. Folks have been harassing me about doing a film study on Isaiah Oliver. So here you go right here. So this is a pivotal year for this guy. To me, it could go either way, right? Of course, it's going to be a film study so you can see what I really think about him in detail from a nuance, structure, and perspective with cornerback play. But if you think about having a first-round draft pick, right, so you know that guy's automatically shoot up to the top of the charts. And then you have another guy like a Kendall Sheffield and a veteran like Bleedy Ray Wilson and everything like that. He could very well get lost in the shuffle, but he was a second-round pick himself, and I think he'll get every opportunity to show himself worthy of that. So this kid is talented. He's a scheme-specific fit for what they were previously doing. Just got to have a little bit more consistency. As a matter of fact, man, let's go ahead and get to it.
What more can I say?
Top Billin. All right, so some of the inconsistencies stem in off-man coverage I noticed for Isaiah Oliver here. So this is actually a pretty good one right here. We see him going against T.Y. Hilton, who is a tough cover in short area. But check this out right here. Motion to tight. Breaks on him. Great play. Great play by Isaiah Oliver right here. Your man Io on the transition. As a matter of fact, let's actually zoom in a little bit on this one. At this particular point in time in Io's career, I like him either in press or I like him working vertically third where he can look kind of outside in at the quarterback's eyes and be able to react from there. Just pure off-man coverage, a little bit too inconsistent for me, but of course, we all have room to improve, right? So with experience comes improvement most of the time, but we can see here this is a pretty good one from him. Working on this stem from T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton keeping it vertical. Now look at him. Look at the patience right here. Sometimes I notice he's quick to react. This time he lets T.Y. Hilton show what he wants to do. T.Y. Hilton, right, giving him the business right here. Stems in, gives him an outside jab. Now look at it. Normally he would have bit on this extremely hard like it was going to be an out route or something like that. But he stays patient here, right? Uses those long-ass arms, right? What is it? Pterodactyl or something like that. He's got some of the longest arms I think I've seen. But look at him, right up on him. Now, obviously, he's a little bit right there. Somebody's like, oh, is he holding? Is he holding? Nah, I don't think he's holding, bro. I mean, that's up to you. But the ref didn't call it, so it's not holding. But to me, in the transition right here, he took his hands off he took his foot off the gas, so to speak, right there, and he allowed for T.Y. Hilton to do his thing there and didn't impede anything. But look at those long-ass arms. Makes a POB. Look at that. Somebody put that on a poster. A play on ball right there. Nasty. All right, working in the slot here. Now, this is a tough one. All right, he has a two-way go. Look at him lost in transition, right? Lost, like that TV show. Lost in transition. Now, look at him. You want him to stay patient here, but listen, T.Y. Hilton right now has a two-way go. He's in the slot, so that's definitely scary right there. So you see him shading it on the inside, a little bit of an inside leverage here. So he's actually pretty good. But this is what he does wrong right here. He kind of panics right here, right? He wants to reach out and touch with two hands, right? Reach out and touch somebody. But he's reaching with two hands on a T.Y. Hilton, who's one of the quickest players in the league as far as getting up to speed really quick. And look, you cannot run with two hands reaching out right there. I want you right there, the listener, to go outside right now and just run and keep two hands in front of you and see if you can run your fastest with two hands and not being able to pump them like that. So he's lost in transition right there. He can't even get a hand on T.Y. Hilton. Now T.Y. Hilton has a couple of steps on him, and he's not quick enough to hang with a T.Y. Hilton. Let's be real right here. His 0 to 60, initial 0 to 60, I don't think is that good at all. I think he has kind of more of a build-up speed type. And he's 210 pounds, so he's a bigger corner, right? 210 pounds at the cornerback position. Man, I like to go through the league and see how many people weigh that much, especially at like 6 feet tall, right? I don't know, but right then there, he just needs to be a little bit more patient, but he needs to trust his technique and just stop reaching, right? They say all the time, if you reach, I'll teach you. Trust his technique, transition with the guy, pump those arms, and get to it. All right, here we go. Let's look at him right now. I like the base width, proper bend in the knee. He's ready to rock right there. Long-ass arms, proper bend at the waist, working all the way through there with his eyes. Now, patient out the gate. Now, look at that. Conley comes to balance. He comes to balance. Now, look at him. Perfect. How many damn times have you seen me do this where these dudes shoot the wrong arm to the wrong shoulder pad or try to shoot a two-hand jam, this is perfect. You take that man right there, you take your left hand to the right shoulder pad, use that as leverage to get yourself in position. It's not necessarily that you're trying to redirect him or anything like that. You want to be able to get yourself in a position. And that's exactly how you do it right there, right? That cuts that angle right there. Now you're in position to stay on top of him. Now he does a great job. I do notice this. He does a great job of tracking when someone tracks. So he recognizes the quick curl here. He transitions when Conley transitions and runs the route for him. This is almost all his right here. He could have fought back to the ball a little bit more. I think his arm is caught up right there, but he's able to get a hand on it, break it up right there. That was almost his route. That's played perfectly. All right, here we go again with DJ Chark. Remember, Chark is a bad mofo. That mama jumma ran a damn 4.34 or something like that. He's fast as shit. So I know Oliver is thinking about that, especially when the route goes vertical. But check this out. Ooh. Man, I don't know, man. I thought this was a good rep. So this was called pass interference, right? It's called. I don't like the top of this right here or the initial phase of this, right? He does everything good up until this point right here. Now, look, before he was patient, he let Chark declare, right? I would wait till the second move, right? You know that these guys are going to come out with some shit. He already reacts to it, and what does he do? Shoots the wrong hand to the wrong shoulder. That's what I'm saying. It's the inconsistency of it. So this one right here, you would have wanted to have waited till he react, then you put that right arm to the left shoulder pad right now, and you want to be able to get in position that way. But he shoots the left hand. Of course, you're out leveraged right there. Chark just fight through that. Now, this is what happens. When you can't put yourself in a position, you have to start trying to reach and grab with two hands. So now you're already on the back foot, like literally. You're on the back foot now. Everything's reactionary. All right, I can kind of see it right here in the transition. I think he's holding right there. Holding right there on the transition, not allowing Chark or impeding his progress right there. Man, if he could have not panicked, he would have actually got himself back into this play. So that's just the inconsistency right there. But I always judge people by if they have it in their arsenal, right? So if I see him put it on film, I know he has it in his arsenal. That's just a consistency thing. So that's IO's problem right now. It's just a consistency factor in his game. And we'll see him take it to the next level as soon as that gets solved. All right, here we go here. Top of the screen going against Chris Conley, who's getting vert. Oh, he playing this perfectly. Looks like he's almost lollygagging, though. Wonder what's up with that. But he stayed and played it perfect. We can see here doing his thing, being patient. He doesn't really get hands-on man on this one right here. Just kind of use it as a rage fighter. His arm, then he gets into the hip pocket right here. Ball's already in flight right here. He's just riding the hip pocket, right? Grinding like a Jamaican club, riding that hip pocket. Let's go in a little closer. All right, we kind of see the chicken fighting stage here. Not a penalty, man. People always come in here with that goofy shit. It's chicken fighting stage. Both guys are doing it. As long as you don't impede someone's progress right there, chicken fighting, hand fighting is cool. Look at him tracking when Chris Conley's tracking. A lot of these dudes will still be looking at Conley right here, but he does a good job of tracking the ball as well. Only one way to get to the ball is to see the ball. So he does a great job of that. And got those long arms. Game of inches for real. Look at that. The tip of his finger touches the ball and deflects it. Could have been a catch for Chris Conley. Great play. Going vert, right? He's a 4.5 guy, I think. 4.5 something. That's what he looks like to me, at least on film. And Chris Conley is, man, he may be a 4.3 cat, right? Low 4.4s at the very least. Look at Dan Quinn right here. He's like, yeah. All right, working against David Moore here. Moore's running the inside fade. Oh, I like this one right here. He played this one to perfection. This is a pretty decent game for him, too, here. Let's check this out right here. All right, so working out of the slot is always tough. You got Moore here, who's a bigger receiver as far as his weight, about 6 foot, 215 pounds. So they're kind of evenly sized here. Moore comes to balance. Look at him being patient. Does a great job of being patient. Not a good job there, right, with the technique with the hands. But he stays in position still. He's on top of this route right here, and he does a great job right now. Ball's in the air. See how long it takes for him to track here. So he wants to get in position before he tracks, it seems. Now he's in position. He's right in the hip pocket. Now he starts to track. Perfect. Perfect. You see him right here, just in case. You see him put his hands up, and he realizes that Moore's not putting his hands up yet. You can see right here. He was thinking like right now maybe the ball's coming to him. Then he readjusts there and turns and tracks the ball, and he's in perfect position. There's really nowhere for this ball to go. It has to be a perfect throw, and he has some really good hops, of course, and he has those long arms. Makes another POB, play on ball. All right, we got a 2x2 going on. We got a reduced split. So, you know, in this type of cut split here, that more than likely they're going to be trying to work, at least with your guy, work towards the sideline because there's just more surface area over here to work with. Well, but check this rep out here. Oh, transitions on the out route. Ah, man, that's a game of inches like you wouldn't believe right there. He does a good job with just about everything. You know, I don't really like him in off-man coverage or just close quarters coverage right here where he's not getting hands on man. You can see him right there reaching out on a transition. David Moore. He transitions with David Moore pretty well right there. And he's in his hip pocket. No doubt about it, but just day late and $1 short. Moore actually catches this, but I think he ends up actually pushing him out before he can get that second hand out. So we'll get that second foot down. So he did a good job in that aspect. Check it from this angle here. Now look at that. He's right up in the hip pocket. Nothing you can say right there. Using those long arms. Almost gets there. Oh, check this out. He actually did. It skims off the top of his finger there. It's kind of messing with the trajectory a little bit. You can see Moore kind of bobble it. So he did get a hand on that ball, right? But like I said before, it's a game of inches. Look at that. He almost did a good job before Moore could secure it. Of punching it out, but he still did a good job of pushing them out before he can get that second foot down. But live by the sword, die by the sword, man. Cornerback is such a damn hard position, and all the casual fans always have to have an opinion on it because it's something that you can readily see. All right, another thing I want to see from Oliver is more consistent tackling. I actually think he's a very good tackler, which is one of the reasons I think he was drafted in a scheme like this. You have to first and foremost be a good tackler in a scheme based on cover 3 or any other zone-based coverage as well. But he has to be more consistent. You see going against Corey Davis here, who was tough as hell to tackle. He's such a big receiver, strong receiver. Quick out route. Break down in space. Got to break down in space and be patient, just like at the line of scrimmage. You break down in space, wait for him to make a move. You can't commit. He commits. He gets shrugged off right there. Davis makes a move back to the inside, giving up unnecessary yardage. Now, that's just obviously one out of however many plays or whatever. He's had plays where he's broken down in space, tackled somebody, and it's A-OK. It's just a more consistency factor involved in it is what I would like to see. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and wrap it right there. I know most of you dudes out there, especially you Falcons fans, y'all been kind of getting on my nerves. I'm not going to lie. Y'all run up in the comment section 2 minutes after the video is published, or you don't watch the video, you watch 1 minute of it, you come try to comment. Like, come on, man. This ain't a message board. Respect my grind and respect my time, and let's talk football, baby. Hashtag real men watch to the end, all right? But all my real football heads, I appreciate you rocking with your boy, man. I love to talk football with you guys. Let me know what you think of Mr. Oliver and how do you see him going this season, his prospects for this season, and what are some of the things you think he could work on maybe in addition to what I said or maybe highlight some of the things that I pointed out or whatever like that. All right? Definitely going to be a pivotal year for this man, though, so he's got to get his act together, but he has a lot of tools in his tool bag, and I think he's a scheme-specific fit, like I said before. I think he could very well have a good year. So we'll see how it shakes out, though. But as always, it's your boy Murf Baldwin, the Underground King, top Billin Sports. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And I am out. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.